It is January 15th and I still haven't made my vision board, but that doesn't matter because today we're not making your regular cardboard newspaper cutout vision board. We are making you a work of art, something that you can hang up in your bedroom, your living room, your kitchen. Basically, we're about to make some home decor. You're gonna look like you went to Home Goods once you're done. If you're interested in writing out and mapping out your visions and dreams of 2020 with me and making them into something that is appealing, that you would love to look at and you will love to show off, continue watching this video.
It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate.
Hey Hustle Babes, I'm Chanel the Brand Hustler, and this is the channel for all of my hustle babes who are interested in gaining insight on the entrepreneurial journey while learning marketing and business tips for their brand. If that sounds like you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that you can know when the next video uploads. Let's go ahead and get into today's video. You know that today we are making our vision board, and let me just go ahead and address all of the negative thoughts that you may have. Yes, it is January 15th. Yes, when you're watching this, it's probably January 18th, and yes, I did not make my vision board yet, but I'm not the type to be really cookie cutter and to play like I'm something I'm not. So I'm just gonna be honest, and I know that there's somebody out there who is experiencing the same thing like me. My 2020 didn't start off too hot. I actually feel like I started 2020 on January 13th, which was this week Monday. And you know, every year we make these promises and we make these little sayings about, you know, starting off right and da 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 da, but to be honest, things happen. Life happens. Some things happen that we can't control, and so we're not always able to start off that first day, January 1st, on the right foot. But it is not too late to get yourself together and go after your goals. As long as you have the motivation, you have the strategy, and you are willing to work at your goals, you can honestly make a vision board pretty much anytime throughout the year. Stick to it and crush those goals within whatever time period you give yourself. For me, I'm doing it mid-January, and these are the goals I want to crush for the rest of the year so that I can look back on the end of 2020 and be super happy, super proud, and probably even shock myself. So if you're like me, don't feel bad. We're about to get this together today, and if you need to come back and watch this video and get it together next month, go ahead and do that. But as long as you get it together, that's all that matters. The very first thing that we're going to do for our vision board is we're going to come up with a theme. It's basically a word that you want to stick to throughout the entire year. My word is pace. The reason I chose pace is because I feel as if I'm trying to do too much at one time, and I am rushing past life to the point where I'm not able to speak to friends like I usually do. I'm not able to speak to family members and enjoy certain events and things like that. But also just pacing myself on the business side as well, because I'm always trying to outdo myself. And when I mean outdo myself, if I do something today, I want to outdo myself tomorrow. And although that's a good type of motivation and attitude to have, it's pretty much draining, and it can run you into depression very quickly. And that's something that I had to kind of learn and deal with in 2019. So my word for this year is pace. Transparent moment. Step 2. You are going to write out your goals. So personally, I split my goals into categories. I have my goals split into business, personal, and finances, and I wrote them down all in this book. So actually what I did is for the decade of 2020 to, I don't know if you'll say 2030 or if you would say 2029, but for the decade, for the next 10 years, I wrote down my goals for the next 10 years. Out of those 10-year goals, I took out the goals I wanted to focus on for this particular year. I then split them up into the 3 categories that I just said: personal, business, and financial, right? You may want to separate your spiritual from your personal, but for me, I just bundled them together into personal. Step 3, you want to go and find the images for them. I personally use Google and Pinterest a lot, but then I also use Canva. I am a Canva Pro affiliate and I use Canva for everything. You can use Canva to find different icons that they have. They even have an image database, and you can always make your own things within Canva so that you can kind of, you know, create your own visual for what it is that you have in your mind that you wrote down for your goal. And so for me, I need to see exactly what it is that I want to get on that vision board. When vision boards first started, people usually go and they get like these magazines and these newspapers, and they just cut out things that kind of sort of relate to what their goals are, and they stick them on this big old cardboard thing, right? That doesn't work for me. The reason why is if I want an Audi A5, I want a picture of an Audi A5 on my vision board. I don't want a picture of a Jeep that I found in a magazine that I'm gonna write Audi A5 on. I don't want a picture of an Audi A3 that I'm gonna scratch out the 3 and put a 5 on. I want a picture of the Audi A5 because I need it to be visual, because I am intentional. So if you're not intentional, and if you are just randomly putting things together just because it looks good, it's gonna kind of throw you off, right? Because for me, at least my brain, I literally need to see what it is I'm working toward, and I need to know what it is I need to shut out, right? For all of my business owners who own service-based businesses, and for all of my people who overextend yourself to your friends and family, being intentional will teach you how to cut out things or people that are not contributing to your end goal, okay? Step 4, it is time to shop for the things you need. So for me, I went to Walmart and Hobby Lobby, and I found a picture frame from Walmart, I found marble liner, and then I went to Hobby Lobby and got some pretty paper and some pretty pens and just some other random things that I felt like I needed. But I also have like a glue gun and things like that at home, so if you don't have a glue gun or a glue stick at home, that's something you want to grab from Walmart or the dollar store as well. Scissors, you know, your basic things that you need to cut and paste things out on. Now when it came to my pictures, I did go to FedEx and get them printed out, just because I have a printer, but my boyfriend used all of my ink and still hasn't replaced it. So if you're watching this, please replace my ink. And step 5, it's time to make the board. So we're gonna put all of the things together. I like to kind of categorize mine. Remember I said I split my goals into 3 different categories? I kind of categorize my board based on that, and then I just make it look really pretty. And then once you're done with that, it's time to reflect on it and see what it is that you have outlined for yourself and hold yourself accountable to it. If you need to, break those big goals into monthly goals, into quarterly goals, into weekly goals, and for some of you, you may even need to break it down into daily goals. So I'm guessing you guys are ready to see my board so that we can review what your girl has in mind that she wants to achieve for 2020. Let's go. For the year is pace. I have 2 different quotes on here that are about pace. One says embrace the pace of your own journey, and the other one is saying life is a marathon, not a sprint. I then have a picture of a Jaguar XF because I feel as if I don't take care of my car enough, and so this year I want to make sure that I drive my car way more and I actually take care of it. Also in my personal section, I have these 2 pictures, which one is a Bali swing and the other one is a Bali resort with one of those, I think it's an infinity pool, and and I really want to go to Bali this year, so that is why I put that there. I then have a picture of first class because when I go to Bali, I want to go first class because it's a very long flight and I feel like first class is the only way to fly there. But it's also just a note to really get on my like Sky Miles and stuff like that and really use it more often so that when I travel, I can travel with all these different discounts and bonuses. I have a Christmas extravaganza sticker. This year I really want to get my family and friends together to have a super like extra Christmas extravaganza. The reason why is because literally every year I feel like a lot of people keep dying for both things out of our control and things that are in our control, like violence. But nonetheless, I definitely want to celebrate people while they're here, so I really want to have a huge Christmas extravaganza, especially because my boyfriend and I are going to be moving into a house. So what other time than now to have it. Yeah, also in the first little section is a picture of me and my boyfriend, and that's just because I want us to grow our relationship in every way. So definitely that's a huge goal. But then outside of personal, as I dip a little bit into the business side of things, I definitely want to get to 50K on Instagram on my Brand Hustler page. So I have like an image here. My current count is like 10 point something K. So I want to get to 50K. And then I have an agency page that I just started that's only at like 50 something, so follow it if you're watching this. Is the Hustle Babe Agency on Instagram. That's basically where we showcase everything that we're doing for clients, all of our design work, website design, all of that. And so I want to get to 10K on that page. This year I'm all about really putting myself out there more. I did a good job of it last year, but I feel like there's more that I can do. So I have an Essence magazine cover here because I want to be featured in publications to just share my story as a business owner, but also as a person, because I have a lot of stories to share that hopefully will inspire some people. And so last year I was featured in one, but this year I definitely want to try to be featured in more, and I want to try to hit bigger things like Essence and online magazines that we know of. Also, here is the word branding blueprint. I am working on a masterclass, more details to come. We're just gonna skip over that. I then have just think like a entrepreneur and act like a CEO, just because I want to kind of make sure that I'm developing my mindset so that I'm not stopping myself from growing as a business owner. I want to hit 100K in profit, so I have a $100,000 bill right here. I want to get to 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, so I found like a random 50,638 subscriber count from somewhere, and I pasted it with my face and everything right here. So that is something that I want to do. And then outside of that, I want to also get my first house, not to live in, but to either have an Airbnb or a rental property. So I have house here, and that kind of is business and financial at the same time. I also have credit on here. I want to work on my credit and get it up. It is horrid right now, and so I definitely want to get to the 700s. I want the money that I make to be going towards savings, traveling, and paying down my debt. Definitely I have a bunch of student loans, and I also have some credit cards that I want to pay off, so I definitely need to work on that this year, and I'm going to pay a chunk of it down, God's willing. But the last thing that I want to highlight is this picture right here. And so that picture is my E-Hustle Club. And so the E-Hustle Club is similar to a mentorship program. A lot of people have been asking me for a mentorship program, and so I am finally launching a club, the E-Hustle Club, and we are going to meet twice a month virtually. One time out of the month we're going to cover different topics that speak about growing your business, your brand, and then the other time we meet will be to answer your questions and really see what you need help with within your very own business. We also will have guest speakers, you'll get free resources, discounts on my services and classes and things like that. So that is definitely something that is about to be on and popping within a matter of, I guess, like 2 weeks. So yes, that is something I'm super excited about. So yes, be on the lookout for that. But that is pretty much my vision board for 2020, and it's all about pace. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it gave you some ideas on what you can kind of put on your vision board, or maybe some things that you just want to outline as goals for the year. But make sure that you put down below whether or not you've created your own vision board and what is your major theme word for the year. Mine is pace. What's your major theme word for this year that you want to focus all of your goals around? So until next time, I am about to be out of here. Bye.